Let's configure One Assistant from start to finish. I'm opening Northstar Support and selecting Settings. Before touching a field, check 3 places: the sidebar, the breadcrumb, and the page heading. They should all name the same bot. The small status on the right tells us whether a change is still saving, saved, or failed. One common mix-up: advanced settings above the tabs contains developer identifiers. The advanced AI settings we need later sits inside answer behavior. These 2 names have different jobs. Service name or company name is the brand context used in answers and visitor-facing places. Chatbot name is the internal label you see in the sidebar. Filters, analytics, and conversation records. Here the company is Northstar Services, while Northstar Support identifies this particular assistant. Clear names matter once you have more than one bot. 5 assistants called test become surprisingly easy to edit by mistake. Allowed websites is a security boundary. Enter host names without page paths, press enter after each one, and add every subdomain separately. The www site does not automatically grant access to the support subdomain. We verified this before capture. Once the production list was active, our local preview request returned HTTP 403. That is the correct result. Test every real production and staging host name you need, then remove temporary local entries so the widget cannot be reused elsewhere. Next, set the business context. Timezone is used for appointment scheduling and time references, so choose the location whose opening hours and calendar rules the bot represents, not simply whatever your laptop happens to use. Default language is a fallback for tiny or ambiguous messages such as hi, and it is especially relevant in WhatsApp. Northstar uses Berlin time and English. Visitors can still use another language when automatic language handling is enabled in the relevant channel. Now expand advanced AI settings. The provider decides who generates answers, which model family becomes available, and how managed usage is counted. For this premium example, Google Vertex EU includes 6,000 messages per month. Treat the EU label as one input to your compliance review, not a substitute for it. And remember that changing provider can also change the embedding space. Re-index existing sources and wait for completion before comparing answer quality. The model dropdown belongs to that provider. Its labels show practical hints such as fast or smart, processing location, and sometimes a quota multiplier. A 5 times model consumes 5 allowance units for one answer, so the most expensive option is not automatically the best default. We use Gemini 2.5 Flash EU as the support baseline. It is quick, economical, and it passes the exact known and unknown questions you will see at the end. Save the model name and test date because the catalog changes over time. Answer creativity and streaming solve different problems. Creativity controls how much the wording and choices may vary. For factual support, start low. Northstar uses 0.2, which keeps repeat tests easier to compare. Enable streaming reveals the answer while it is generated. That improves perceived speed, but it does not make the answer more accurate. Test both normal and slow connections and use reset to default whenever you want the model-specific recommended creativity again. Answer style and role is the assistant's operating instruction. A useful role says who the assistant represents, how it should speak, what evidence it should use, how long answers should be, and what happens when information is missing. Northstar answers in clear, friendly English, stays under 100 words, uses index sources, admits gaps, and offers a support handoff. The final rule is deliberately concrete. Never invent prices, warranties, availability, or policy details. A personality alone cannot create facts that are not in the knowledge base. Here is the real verification. First, we ask for the urgent incident code. The index source contains it, and the assistant answers with the exact value, Nordstern 42. Then we ask about a 2028 warranty policy that is not in the source. The assistant says it does not have that information and offers to forward the question to support. That pair proves both usefulness and restraint. Repeat it, plus your main customer questions after every provider, model, source, or role change.